Alright then City, welcome back to the channel, and more importantly welcome back to a massive video. We were honoured, we were able to sit down with one of England's all-time legendary managers, Mr Neil Warnock. What a hero. He's just done the great escape at Huddersfield Town. We went for a lovely dinner, and during that dinner he spared some time to have a chat with us so we could put your questions to him and some of our own, because, you know, he's a legend, we've got to put it in there. Bit of forewarning before we get into the video. Look, we didn't really even know we were going to get the opportunity to sit down and speak with him, let alone film with him, so it's a bit sketchy, alright? It's on the iPhone, there's no microphones involved, but you can still hear it. And were we going to pass up the opportunity to have an interview with Neil Warnock and share it with you guys, our absolutely lovely, legendary subscribers? No, we weren't. So enjoy, sit down, listen to what the man's got to say, and it's always worth listening to. And let us know what you think to it in the comments down below. If we get the chance to speak to him again, what would you wish that we would have asked him? Let us know in the comments down below. And if this doesn't get a subscription from you, I don't know what will. It's just incredible. Are you with me? Right, we are joined by a Football League legend and management hero, escape artist recently, the one man himself, Mr Neil Warnock. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, son.
It's alright, yeah. We've just got some questions for you. We've had some submitted on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, that sort of thing. We picked out a few and we thought we might get to pick your brains on them. Are you up for it?
Okay, yeah, let's
Up for
go.
the challenge. So the first one, if you had to build a five-a-side team from all the players that you've managed, I know there's only been a few, who would you pick and why?
I'd probably go attacking. I'd probably pick Adel Tarab, Zaha at Crystal Palace, Victor Moses, who was at Palace with me.
You started as a full-back, though,
That's
didn't you?
three.
That is three.
Then I'd have Craig Short. He's like five players in one. Craig Short. And who would my last one be? Probably Jagielka.
Is he rush keeper or what?
I know he was my reserve keeper.
Oh yeah, he was actually.
He played in the Premiership.
He did, yeah.
So we wouldn't have a keeper. We'd just go with Jagielka. He'd play out and in.
I've got a lot of time for it. Right, there you are then. That's that. This one, it's a bit of a classic for you. What's the biggest job that you've ever turned down in management?
It's probably Chelsea because it's the biggest club. My biggest disappointment was not going to Sunderland. But Chelsea at the time, I'd done 2 promotions at Notts County, and the lads wanted me to stay, and very emotional that. So I weren't disappointed in that really. It didn't seem right at the time.
Yeah, fair. Is there a job that you didn't get offered that you would have loved? I know I've just asked you what you turned down, but maybe a job that you looked at and you thought, I wouldn't have minded having that job, but it just never came about.
Not really. I mean, Glasgow Rangers, possibly. I mean, I did talk about that once, and because I think when you go to the club up there, it's in a fantastic club. So yeah, probably that one is the biggest one. In England,
playing blue as well.
Yeah. in England, I'm not sure really. I think there's a few clubs. You know, when I look around Portsmouth, Bristol City, places like that, Ipswich, where I've been offered, I thought I'd been offered jobs but never materialised, all pretty big clubs really.
Yeah. Massive. The biggest achievement you've ever had in management?
Well, it's been these last few weeks really. I think keeping Huddersfield up has been incredible really.
What was it, 7 points adrift?
7 points adrift after 2 games, yeah, and all 11 out of 12 are the top teams to play. I don't think it could get much more difficult than that, but really enjoyable, great club, good fans, they really got behind me, and it's nice to put something back into the community that you like, I love the fans there.
Get a statue soon, I think.
Yeah, I think if I got a statue, the pigeons would love it.
Yeah.
But there'd be a few more than pigeons doing it.
I think this one might be a bit difficult to answer, or maybe not. I know there is one person who stands out that you love, but we'll see. The most talented player that you've ever managed?
It probably is Tarab. He could do things with the ball I'd never thought you could, Wilfred, at his age, I only had him, I re-signed him at Palace, and his feet were so quick, you couldn't see sometimes when he was dribbling. So those two really, not much between Zaha and Tarab.
Yeah, fair. In fact, actually, I don't know, this is a bit off the cuff, but you always talk about having this player that you put the arm around, who's your favourite player. You're very unforgiving in that respect. Did you have one at Huddersfield?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I like Reg. I call him Reg because I can't tell you his name. His initials are something Green. You know.
Right.
So I just call him Reg. But he was good. He's a good player, and he could do better. I'm sure. I hope he does in the next few years. But I've always picked on one. Michael Brown at Sheffield. Darren Ambrose about a week or two ago was on talking about me holding the umbrella up when it was raining over him because he was my favourite.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always had one. It's good that I've always liked that.
Yeah. What about your favourite promotion?
I don't think you can have one. Plus, it might even have been the first one because you just don't. You're not ready. I mean, we were 50-1 outsiders at Scarborough to get in the Football League that year. So to win the league and get promotion was probably the biggest achievement you could ever have. Are you with me? But I loved every one. I've had 8 promotions and 4 at Wembley. And I never got beat at Wembley. So they were, Plymouth Argyle. I'm going to look forward to watching them next year. They're in the Championship now. So really looking forward to them. Stephen Schumacher's done a great job there. And I enjoy it.
Ipswich the title. Is that right?
Ipswich, we just picked Ipswich. And they've had a massive wage bill in comparison with Plymouth. So I'm looking forward to watching that until February.
Yeah, of course. Then you'll be busy. Right, we've gone a bit rogue with this next one. So we want to know what's the biggest animal, land or sea, why not, that you could beat in a fight?
A rabbit.
Right.
Because I'm not a good fighter.
No, fair enough. Well, you've fought relegation and come off better, so you've done all right. Right, of course, the club that we are here, we're honoured to represent myself and Josh. Where do you think Doncaster City FC can realistically go to in the next 5 years?
I just think with the ambitious group of people that you've got, you just don't know, do you? You've got to take one step at a time. Try and get out of the league that you're in, and then you worry about the next one. And don't go jumping the gun and looking 5 years ahead. Just think what's going to happen next year.
I worry what's going to happen next week. So I don't have to worry about that.
I think that's what you've got to do as well. Just take each day. I think that's life in general as well. That.
No, never a true word said. We do get some interaction. I think that's fair to say from people over the other side of the city, the red side. We had a question from Steve Jones from the Free Press. He wondered, would you ever have gone to Doncaster Rovers? He reckoned when they were relegated to League 1, was it, or League 2? League 1? 2, yes. Relegated to League 2. John Ryan seems to think he might have had a chance of persuading you, but is there anything in that or not?
Nah, I like John Ryan. I wouldn't go down below Championship now. I think it's it's the league that I love. It's the hardest league I think in England. You can't pick 2 fixtures that you can say the top of the league's going to beat the bottom of the league because it doesn't happen. So I think the Championship, Doncaster, I nearly managed them once with John, and I nearly played for them once when Laurie McMenemy. I was going to sign for him one day, and he got the sack the next. so that didn't materialise. So I've been close a few times.
There we are then. Last one that I've got for you on here. Do you think that you're going to manage again?
Not until February. I honestly don't know. If my health survives, I think I've enjoyed the 10 weeks. It's such a challenge, and possibly I don't think I could have worked any harder. I'm enjoying doing my shows and the evening widths, and I'm enjoying the Twitter bits. You're on Twitter here. I enjoy putting funny bits on Twitter and making people laugh. So we'll have to see what's what. But if I am going to manage it, will probably be February, March time next year.
But you're keeping on with the podcast and all that?
I am. I'm going to try and keep on with podcasts. I do enjoy them. And it's surprising how many young men like yourself as well look at my Twitter and me. He keeps telling me. We put one out, when was it, about a week ago, and he said he'd come back and said he'd had like 1.5 million in 12 hours or something.
Yeah, I can't really relate on that one, but we'll try our best. No, it is, it's mental.
And I thought, well, how many sad people are there? But he assures me it's good, that.
No, it is.
And so it is. I've enjoyed it. I really enjoy making people smile, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, it's made our day anyway, you're coming down. I've got one last shameless plug. Yeah. What colour is the city?
Red and white.
No! Cut the camera.
But I'm a red and white man, but obviously I'm supporting City.
Yes, thank you. Legend, thank you very much, mate.
No problem.
Pleasure. So there you have it then. I was nervous. I don't know if you could tell or not. You probably could, let's be honest. I've watched it back. I was nervous. How could you not be? Meeting Neil Warnock, he's an absolute true gentleman, to be honest. I wish him the absolute very best at whatever he ends up doing, if he continues in management. We love the podcast. If you've not already seen them and checked them out, the link will be in the description down below to Warnock's everything. Yeah, we'll link everything up there. But yeah, true gent. Thank you for sparing the time for us, Neil. It was a pleasure meeting you. And we hope that you got some of the questions answered that you wanted. Look at this, by the way. I've got a half marathon tomorrow. In fact, as you're watching this video, I'll be running it. So wish me good luck. I've done 0 training, so look forward to that. That's going to come to the channel soon. We've got so much content still to come to you. Even though the season's done, we're still going to look after you, because that's what we do here at Donny City, all right? So even though Neil got this bit wrong, don't forget, as ever, the city is blue. Do I have to do any grand opening or anything?
Yeah, I would.
Right, brilliant. Yeah, cheers. No pressure. Right, we are joined by the legend, the man himself, the escape artist these days. The only one man. Oh, ignore that. Scrap that. Again. Scrap that.
You've done this for 10 minutes.
I know, yeah. Done this before.
He's nervous.
He's nervous, isn't he?